Hello everyone, it's Megan, and today I'm going to talk about some names of Catholic saints. Obviously I can't get to all of them, so I'll include some links down below for you. And you don't have to be Catholic or saint to watch this video. I'm really just talking about baby names and excluding kind of the history and where the saints are from, even though that's kind of interesting to me because I like history. This might be helpful if you are going to find a name for confirmation. I try not to pick the most popular saints. Yeah, and like I said, this video is really not so much about religion, it's more about baby names because it's a name channel. And yeah, let's see, what else? I will be doing more videos on names from a variety of different religions, and I have two names for each letter of the alphabet that are saint names, one male, one female, and I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, for A I have Adelaide as the girl, the female saint, Saint Adelaide. It's a German name that means noble and kind, perfect meaning for a saint, and in popularity here in the United States, it's number 343. For a male saint, I have Abbán. Abbán's kind of unusual, but kind of cool. It's Irish and it means little abbot. For B, for the female saint, I have Bendetta, and it's a variation of the name Benedicta. It's Latin and it means blessed. Now that really truly is the perfect meaning for a saint, right? And then for boys, I have Birinus. It's British. It kind of has unknown origins and meanings, so I'm just going to leave that alone. For C, I have Colette, Saint Colette. I love this name so much. It's so pretty to me. It's a French and a Greek name. It means people of victory, and in popularity here in the United States, Colette is number 659. And for the male saint with the letter C, I have Casimir. And this name can be spelled a lot of different ways, and depending on where it's from, because it can be English, French, Latin, and Polish, and so all those places have different spellings, and it means someone who destroys an opponent's glory in battle. It's kind of a harsh meaning, huh? For D, for the female saint, I have Dymphna. It's kind of an interesting name, I think. It's Gaelic, and it means young deer. And then for the male saint with the letter D, I have Dunstan, and I really want to say Dustin on it instead, but it's Dunstan. It's English, it means brown stone or brown hill. For E, there are actually two saints by the name of Edith, and I love the nickname Edie, so that's kind of why I wanted to include Edith. Edith is English, it means prosperous war, and in popularity here in the US, it is number 762. And then for a male saint, I have Eysteinn. It's an Old Norse name that means mound or barrow. For F, I have Saint Francesca or Francisca, depending on how you say it. It means from France. It also means free man, and in popularity, it is number 486. And then for male saint, I have Saint Felix. There are two saints with the name Felix, and it's Latin, and it means lucky. For G, for female saint, I have Gemma, which I think is so cute. It's Italian. I believe her name was like Maria Gemma, but she went by Gemma. It's an Italian name. It means precious stone, and it's number 317 in popularity here in the US. And then for the male saint, I got tongue-tied, sorry about that. I have Gasper, and it's Persian. It's a variation of the name Casper, and it means treasurer. Then for H, for the female saint, I have Hedwig. How could I resist using Hedwig? Harry Potter fans will love this name. It's German, and it means battle, and it also means fight. Then for the male saint, I have Halvard. It's an Old Norse name, and it sounds like an Old Norse name to me, and it means guardian of the rock. For I have Isabelle. Isabelle is a really lovely name. I really like this name and spelling as a middle name, actually. It's French, it means pledge to God, and in popularity it is number 126. And then for the male saint, I have Ivo. Ivo is French, and it means you. On to J, for the female saint, I have Saint Jutta, it's a German name, so I believe the German pronunciation is more like a Y, so it's Jutta instead of Jutta, which I want to say Jutta because I'm American. It's German, like I said. It comes from the name Judith, and it means child, and it also means descendant. Then for the male saint, I have Judoc, and it's a Breton name, and it's also a Celtic name that means Lord. On to K, I have Kinga for a girl, and Saint Kinga, it's a Hungarian and Polish name that means bravery in war. And then for the male saint, I have Kevin, a pretty common name. It's number 67. It's Irish and it means handsome. On to L, I have Saint Lidwina. Lidwina. It's kind of interesting name, huh? What do you think about it? It's Dutch and German and it means the people's friend. And then for a male name, I have Leander. Leander I talk about in quite a few videos for some reason. It's Greek and it means a lion man. For M, I have Mariana or Mariana, and it means Star of the Sea. I think it's very usable, and it's number 313 in popularity here in the US. And for male saint, I have Magnus. Magnus is Latin and it means great. It's a celebrity baby name as well. For N, I have Narcissa, and it's a Greek name that means daffodil. I think it sounds really interesting and has a lot of intrigue to it. And then the male saint with an N, I have Nilus, which is a Greek name, and the meaning, if I get like mixed meanings for things and I don't feel like I have a reliable source, I just kind of exclude it, so I'm going to exclude that one. Then on to O, I have Saint Odile for a female saint. It's an old German name that means fortunate and prosperous. And then for the male saint, I have Juan, which is a French name, and again, it's one that has kind of disputable meanings, so I'll exclude that. On to P, I have Philomena, which is a Greek name that means powerful and love. And then for the boys, I have Pius. There's actually 3 saints by the name of Pius. It's a Latin name and it means to be pious, as in P-I-O-U-S. Yeah. Q. There was actually none to my knowledge, saints, female saints with Q, so I'm going to do 2 male saints. The first is Quintain, which it looks like, or I want to say Quintain, right? It's Latin, it has roots in Quintain, and then most Latin names, especially with Quintain, them have the meaning fifth. So that's what I know about that name. Then I have Quinidus, which is unknown, possibly Greek as well. I think they think it's Greek because of the ending there, but he was a French saint, so that's what I know about that. A lot of these saints are pretty ancient, so the names have really just fallen out. Then I have Rosalia or Rosalia, depending on where you're from or how you pronounce it. I think I like Rosalia better. It's a Spanish name and it is a Latin ceremonial name. Then I have Raphael. Rosalia and Raphael actually sound kind of nice together to me. Raphael is Hebrew, it means God has healed, and in popularity is number 626. The next is Saint Scholastica, and it's a late Roman name that comes from the male version of this name, Scholasticus. Wow, that's a mouthful, huh? And then for the male saint with an S, I have Simeon. Saint Simeon, it's a Hebrew name, it means God is listening, and it's number 980, great meaning for a saint as well. For T, I have Saint Therese. It's a German name, it means to reap or gather. It's a German variation of Teresa or Teresa. And then for the boy name with a T, I have Tertius. It's a late Greek name, and then the meaning is kind of disputed as well. For you, I have Saint Ursula. It's Latin, it means little female bear, which is cute. Fortunately, Ursula gets a bad rap, I think, because of that octopus creature woman from Disney's Little Mermaid. And then for male, I have Ursmar, which is a German name. Again, the meaning is kind of, you know, I got a multitude of meanings on that one. On to V, I have Veronica for the female saint. It's Latin, it means true image. It's number 316, so it's not terribly popular, but it's not an unknown name. I think it's a lovely name. Then for the male saint, I have Vitalis. It's Latin. It's a variation of the name Vito, and it means life-giving. Then for W, I have I'm going to try and say this right, Wobarata, and it means Council of Women. And then for the other W, for the male, I have Wilfred, which is German and it means will, and it also means peace. I'm going to skip Y and X because I didn't find really many saints with those letters. And on to Z, or you might say Z. For Z for female, I have Sophia. I didn't know there was a Saint Sophia. It's a variation of the name Sophia, which it sounds a lot like. It means wisdom. And then for the male ZZ name is Zackary, which is a pretty well-known name. It's number 68 here in the US. It's Hebrew and it means the Lord has remembered. So those are a couple of saint names. There, like I said, there are so many to choose from. I hope you enjoyed this video, and subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. I'd love to hear what saint names you love as well, and I'll see you soon for the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.